This video will cover the practice of Shavasana, or that's the Sanskrit word for corpse pose. It comes at the end of a yoga class. If you've been following the videos, you would be starting class with the breath awareness, a gentle practice as I teach in seated or lying down, movement practice, that would be the modified sun salutations, and then class would close with Shavasana. This is a difficult pose. Sometimes people find that they cannot lie in stillness. So again, the practice of a yoga is building awareness about how you are as a person and how you move and use your body. So if it's hard to lie in stillness, it might be giving you information that you're not allowing your nervous system to come into a calm and resting state. It's important to close a class with this practice because our brain needs to integrate what these movements are about, that coordination of movement and breath. Our brain makes sense of it in the lying down. It's much like if when we put kids down for a nap, right? They're better, they're more refreshed after they get up. So in Shavasana, you can do this lying down on the floor. You can do it lying on your bed at home. In class, I sometimes have to modify this pose based on joint issues. So there are some options done in a seated position. The props at home I would suggest are towels because they're a little bit easier to fold in a more firm position. Or if you have a blanket, not an acrylic blanket, but something that has a little bit of substance to it. So the blankets are either going to be used to support the head. In Shavasana, we want to have a little bit of height in it, and I'll demonstrate that. Or we might want the blanket to support underneath of the legs. So I'm going to go through positions for Shavasana in this video. And then once you have a position, I'll take just a couple minutes to guide you through what the breath piece would be like. We typically would allow at least 10 minutes for Shavasana, and if this was your primary practice, just to take a pause during the day, lying down, you could do that for 20 to 30 minutes, because there are many benefits to that. So I'm going to come off my blocks, and when I lie down, again, I want you to protect your back, so don't just plunk yourself down. I'm going to save this blanket out for when I use it for under my legs. I'm going to show you first an option, a chair, or if this was your couch at home. Couches are great. I'm going to use a blanket for my head. I'm just going to keep it in an easy fold for me. If you are tight through the pec muscles or through the shoulders, you might need a little bit more height. I just don't want you to overdo. So when I lie down, I come to my side, and then I bring my legs up to the chair and get my hips positioned, support under the head. So the rule here is that forehead level with the chin. I don't want to have this position because it's this shortening of the muscles on the back of the neck. So chin slightly down towards the chest, and then just enough height to make it a position of ease. Arms are going to stay down beside. And then you want your support to be so that the legs feel like they can let go. I don't want to be in a position where the muscles are working. That agitates the mind. It makes it very busy because it's trying to sort through the information. If your mind is really active, it means you probably have to spend a little bit more time in the positioning. If your legs are up on the chair, you can adjust where the knees are in relationship to the hips. And you also have the option just to let the knees open a little bit. So if this is a position that's comfortable for you, you may remain there and just listen to my voice. I'm going to guide people through one other option, and that's going to be without the chair or the couch. So I would use that rule that I put for my legs and put it underneath of my knees. So when we move into Shavasana, what you'd be instructed to do is to gather all your props and to have them ready so that it's the least amount of movement to get into the position. So if I have a little support for my legs, then under my knees, it's kind of like this brooklet that you would maybe come across on a walk that you do in the woods. It should be flowing, it should be supported, And again, arms are on the floor, palms are up, shoulders are drawn underneath. And then the legs come from that mountain pose straight out, and then I let them roll open. The third option I'm going to give in this video, please understand there are a few more that I can go through, but these are the basic three, would be if having the legs straight is uncomfortable, then bend your knees, and that blanket or towel roll that you had for under your knees, it can just scoot away so that it can support your feet so they're not sliding, and then the knees rock inward. Any of the positions that I've given, if one of those work, remain there. I'm going to guide you through a closing breath sequence. If none of those work, then just resume a seated position that works for you, or come into side lying. In Shavasana, we first take the time to build the pose, make sure that the muscles can release and relax, and then closing your eyes or softening the gaze. It's much better if you can be comfortable closing your eyes. It draws your awareness, your sense of self inward. Then your intent is to follow the path of each breath. As you inhale through the nose, feeling how that breath moves within the torso, the rise of the chest, the rib cage, the belly. And exhaling how the release of that breath through the nostrils feels, in addition to the descent or softening of the belly, the rib cage, the feeling of emptiness at the end of the exhale. If your mind is wandering, again, you notice that if it's busy with thoughts, and invite it to come back to following the path of each breath. With your awareness drawn inwards, you might notice there's a sound internally to the sound of your breath. If you keep your mind engaged with the sound of your inhalation, the sound of your exhalation. You're going to soften the skin across the forehead. You let the eyes be heavy. You relax the neck and the jaw. There's no muscular work at this point. The legs are heavy. The arms are heavy. The sense of the whole front body releases to the support of the back body. You're inviting the body to feel at rest. And you stay with the rhythm, the rise and fall of your breath. There typically is a chime at the end of Shavasana just to allow you to notice in this brief experience of Shavasana, maybe you started to notice the calming, the release of muscular tension, or the settling of the mind, the ease of the breath. Or it might have been still uncomfortable to be in stillness. Those are just information, the things you take in. As you deepen your breath, you can remain in Shavasana now, extend your practice. But this would close a class, a little bit longer Shavasana. I would guide you up through the seated position so that we could close the class. I hope these videos have been helpful to give you a sense of what a class would be like, and hopefully you'll join me in the future.